Cece.
Live in 3, 2, go.
Welcome everybody to the Daily Huddle. I know you didn't expect to see me. Hello on Friday. This is Dr. Monica. I'm your substitute teacher for today, darling. For the business chapter and the leadership chapter of the Daily Huddle. I'm so excited that we are here. Jill and Sorrel are off and running, conquering the world, and left me in charge of Friday. Okay, so we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good chat, and I am excited to have our guest with us, who I'll introduce in just a little bit. But I have a quote for you before we begin, because we're gonna be talking about how does your physical appearance impact your effectiveness as a business owner. So of course, I thought I'd bring you a tongue-in-cheek quote, because you know I don't do quotes. I don't do jokes that well. My quote is, "Beauty is power, and every smile a sword." We're gonna get into it today with our guest, Telethia Penn-Wright. Yes. We are here. Thank you so much for being here. Before we start talking about beauty and power and swords and whatnot, let's get grounded in the present moment. And I'm so happy to see you, Andre. I'm going to start with you. How are you, and what are you grateful for today?
Monica, I am the way I say I am, and today I'm inspired. And I am grateful for, I've been grateful for sweaters lately, and I'm gonna be grateful for another sweater today.
Hallelujah. Keep us warm, sweaters. I love it. I love it. Chase, where are you, and who are you gonna hug today?
I am right here where I need to be, and I'm definitely gonna hug myself today multiple times, because I'm not up to par on my self hugs. Gotta work on that.
Yeah, we gotta work on that. Okay, blessing fingers to Chase, everybody. Blessing fingers to Chase. We love it. That was something that my daughter used to do. Whenever we would pass like an accident or something, somebody looked in trouble and we couldn't stop, whatever, my daughter would always go, blessing
like
fingers.
that. I've never seen that.
Blessings.
Yeah, I love it.
You know, kids come up with the craziest things. I love that wisdom. I am so excited to be here with you today, not only because it is a day that I'm not used to on Fridays, right? I'm usually here on Thursdays, but also because of the topic and our guest. So today we are talking about how does your physical appearance impact your effectiveness as a business owner? And I have a model to talk about this. Let me tell you about Telethia. She was born in Atlanta, Georgia, to a strong single woman who taught her and her sister love, determination, and independence. Telethia's mother and grandmother expressed the importance of prayer and hard work and self-confidence, and that foundation made Telethia a hardworking Black woman. After graduating high school, Telethia decided to follow her heart and go into the beauty and hair industry. Healthy hair is where she found her niche, helping women fall in love with their own hair, whether natural or chemically treated. She prides herself in creating wigs and hair pieces for women suffering from alopecia or going through chemo. Telethia established her company Styles by T in 2005, where she puts love, care into her clients and hair care services, which supports her mission statement to come and enjoy some TLC, T's Loving Care. In October of last year, as a full-figured model, she became Miss Beauty Is Me. Look at, she's wearing the t-shirt and everything. Yeah. Miss Beauty Is Me, and the face of the movement for True Self magazine. Telethia will be featured on the cover of the spring 2023 issue of the True Self magazine, which is a national publication. So welcome, Telethia Penn-Wright.
Thank you so much. That was a nice introduction.
When I saw your last name, I was like, wait, is she like cousins on another side to Robin Wright Penn, because Penn-Wright, Wright Penn.
I know that is so funny, but no, I'm not.
You don't get that? You don't get that? I want to hear from you about, first, let's answer the question. Let's answer the
Okay.
question. Do you think that physical appearance impacts your effectiveness as a business owner? And if so, how? Let's get into that.
I think it depends on what type of business you have. I think
Okay.
it depends on what type of business you have. So in my industry, as you said before, I am a hairstylist. And so I do think that your appearance affects you, because I'm my walking billboard. So, when people see like, oh my God, your hair looks nice, or they compliment you on something, it opens the conversation for you. Like, well, yeah, thanks. Well, I'm a hairstylist, so-and-so, so-and-so. So when it comes to that, I do. Now, maybe if you're like a mechanic or you paint homes or something like that, I don't know if your parents would I'm gonna already refrain from that, because you need to wear or be a walking billboard. So I guess you would need to wear, like your business name or things like that on you, because we are our walking billboards. We are our own advertisement a lot of times. So I do
Yes.
think some instances more than others, but yeah, I do.
I think so too. I think, I mean, there's a lot of nuance. There's a lot of connotation to the conversation, right? Because when I say, how does physical appearance impact your effectiveness? Sometimes, and I've kind of played around with that question with folks, in my team and colleagues, etc. And some people hear, you have to be beautiful to be rich, or you have to be beautiful to be effective, or you have to be handsome, or you have to be, like that. And I was like, I didn't say anything about
No.
that. I said
Yeah.
physical appearance, right?
Right.
And so that could mean anything. That could be cleanliness. That could be that your shirt is ironed. That could be that your shoes are well kept, right? So physical appearance in that sense, yeah. And I've had this conversation also with, when my son was coming up and as a teenager, he was like, people should just judge me on who I am and not what I look like, and and that rebellion in order to justify wearing whatever the heck he wanted and picking something from the laundry basket so he can go to school. But there's a psychological influence that we have in our presence, in our physical presence, however it is that we present that. And I'm of the mind, I used to be of the mind that, I guess to a certain degree I still am, that it shouldn't matter. But I'm also grown enough, old enough to know that it does, so use it. It's kind of Machiavellian in a way. It's kind of like utilitarian in a way. If this is the bias that people are gonna have, let's use it to our advantage type deal. So I'm a little amoral when it comes to that. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I believe that as well, because like you said, it does matter, and so since it does matter, use it. So yeah, I'm still on, like, it depends on what industry you're in, but it does. People are visual, and once they see, when they see you, or sometimes I don't have people just walk up to me like, okay, what do you do? Or what are you? So I think it's just the confidence that you have as a business owner, or a person itself, to make people come up to you, and because we're visual beings. So yeah.
So that you bring up a great point, because then it's not just about the physicality of it, it's also your aura, how you present yourself, how you carry yourself, the confidence of it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you find that your clients, in their confidence level, their presence improves when their physical appearance is also improved when they go to you for services and whatnot?
Yeah, I do. I've seen it like over and over again. A client may come in, they're not feeling their best because of something at work or whatever personal's going on. And when they finish, we have a conversation. And when I finish and I turn around to that mirror, they be like, oh my God, I love it, or whatever. And you just see the morale just pick up. And that really is what drove me when I first started doing hair professionally. I did hair, for years, like in high school and things like that. But, that is what drove me. And I love that. I love just me doing my job, and me doing your hair can make you feel really good about yourself. And so yeah, I've seen that over and over again. Like, oh my God, I feel so much better. It ain't nothing like getting your hair done. You know, that's one thing a lot of women say when they when I'm done, because it does. When you look good, you feel good.
I feel that way, particularly about my nails. When my nails are done, I'm like, I can conquer the world, I can do anything.
Yeah, it's your nails.
I love that.
But yeah.
So I want to open it up to the rest of our family here, and let's get some discussions going. Have you noticed for yourself that when you feel your best in terms of physical appearance, that impacts your performance, or that when you don't look your best or feel your best physically, that impacts your performance, and how? Chase, you got something?
Well, I'm in entertainment, so you know where I'm going with this already. But for me, and my dad, when I was younger, he used to always shine his shoes in the morning and press his suits. He would do like 5, 6 at a time while watching the TV, so that he would have for the rest of the week. And that kind of grew on me as I started being in entertainment. And I noticed that how I look at it is, I think he had the quote he told me a long time ago was, good clothes open all doors. And I was like, wow. I thought about that when I was young. I was like, good clothes open all doors. It's kind of like a play on word.
Yeah.
At the same time. I do feel a lot better when I have a nice suit on, when I go to see a client. I use my favorite James Bond briefcase. My shoes are shiny. I smell like oils. I go in. Like, I'm ready to go, seriously. And the thing is, people do notice it. I've had this conversation with so many people. I've had repeat clients, and they say, Chase, the shoes, always shiny. It's like, I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me because it brings me to another level. But then I am doing it for you. It's like a circular thing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, after a while, I'm doing it for me completely. But
Yes.
the people, they feel it and they go, oh, nice, cool, you know, whatever. And a lot of times I'm the one that shows up at places and they're like, man, you look so I feel so like, I feel like a bum next to you. I'm like, I'm not doing that for you to make you feel that way. But I think it does elevate things. And I think we buy people, not products. The products are good. We're after that. But if I look at you and I'm like, man, you look great. You got a nice, everything about you. I almost feel like that's what you're going to do with my product. You're going to be that full of integrity with my product. So I think that it does make a difference. And I think we all should, like you said, use it to our advantage. Do it for you, but it makes me feel so good to know that I have some stuff going on. And it's like, why do you press a white shirt? A friend said to me, you press the whole shirt, back, front, arms, everything, and then you put a jacket on and people see this part.
Yeah, right.
Why do you do that? I said, because I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know. That's it. I don't know how else to say it. I know. Thank you so much. Nice to see you. Thank you for being on the show.
That's a great point. Thank you, Chase. Who else has something? Who else has something that they'd like to share?
I'm sorry. Good morning. I'm Bertina. I don't know how to raise my hand like Chase. But good morning, everyone. When you look good, you feel good. And I think that when you feel good about you and whatever you're representing, it just makes everything better. And I have always felt like you need to put your best foot forward in your appearance and how you represent yourself, because your brand is yourself. So regardless of whatever you're representing, you must always look good. Even as a mechanic, like T was saying, a mechanic, I still feel like when I come to you to get my car fixed, can you have your shirt tucked in? It's going to make me feel better about, if you carry yourself in a good way, it's going to make me feel like, since you care about yourself, you care about your products or the services that you're providing me. And people are visual, like T also said. So if I see something that looks good, it's going to make me want to approach it or be involved with it more than I would if it didn't look appealing to me. So I do agree that your appearance makes a big difference on your networking or who your clients could be or the people that attract, just to even just say hello to you. You notice when you look nice, people just want to talk to you or be around you. You might not even be offering anything. So let's just say you are offering something, a product or a service. You're going to get more people that way. So I agree your appearance does matter.
Yeah. Yeah. Cece, did you see something? I think I saw Cece's hand up. That's awesome. Thank you, Bertina. Or maybe she went away.
I work in the hi everybody.
Hi, Nikki.
I work in the hair, beauty, fashion, and entertainment industry. And hey, Boo. And I love this industry because it forces you to take a look at you. You are in front of people to sell you as a brand, and me as an owner of an agency, I have to make sure you look the part when I present you in front of any and all clients. So the ladies that I work with, I constantly teach them like, hey, it doesn't matter if you're going to the corner store, that bonnet isn't appropriate because what if my client that you're coming in front of next week is at that store too, and they see you and they say, hey, I know this face. The next time they see you, they'll remember that bonnet versus what they saw in front of them in that moment, because a brand, a major brand like the ones I work with, don't want to see you at your worst. And that's just business for them. It's nothing personal, because when their client sees you as a part of their brand, they have to see you at your best. And then I would think on the internal side of it, for me, I'm also a holistic therapist. I want to be at my best from the inside out. So this smile and this energy, I'm gonna wear that on the outside as well. So it's very important to love how you look, how you stand, how your presence and your essence is in a room, all as a total. So yeah, I agree with T totally. I feel good when I just get up, honey. When I smile in the morning, look in the mirror, and then she got on them cute little tops and bottoms coming out the bed, I feel cute. Okay? Because I go cute, meaning I get up cute, you know? So you have to instill that on a regular, and that's just something I teach the people that I deal with, and I go by myself.
I love that. I love that. That's gorgeous. Let's talk a little bit about why. Let's talk about why it matters. Let's talk about why it's important, why people are, we tend to shy away from the stuff that we don't like to look at, whether we find it attractive or not. And I think that there is a subconscious correlation. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this, T. I think that there's a subconscious correlation between attractiveness and competence. That somehow, if you're well put together, you are more prepared to deal with whatever challenge there may be. Although you may do nothing except know how to do a winged eyeliner, honey. You don't know nothing. But somehow we equate attractiveness with competence. What do you think about that?
Well, I think, again, I think it's probably the genre or what area you're in or what people are asking for. I don't necessarily think it's necessarily attractiveness, because I think everybody have a different level of what they think is attractive or what they think is appealing. So I think when it comes to someone just seeing you, it's about confidence. Confidence exudes. You don't have to say a word. It's how you walk into a room and how you stand and how you just carry yourself. Makes people, like Bertina was saying earlier, makes people just come up to you and just say hi. So I don't necessarily think is, how you look like, oh, she can do this because how she look, or, well, people don't necessarily, when you, like, say, for instance, someone come up to me and say, hey, your hair is so nice. They don't necessarily think I'm a hairstylist. It opens up the conversation for me to then tell them that, oh, I did it myself, or I'm a hairstylist. So I don't know. I don't think that just because you look away make people like, okay, so she can do this. If that answers your question, I just think it makes people just maybe come to you and then open up the conversation in case you may do something that they probably need or do a service that they need or can direct them into somewhere else, because usually people want to know, like, well, who does your hair, or who does your makeup, or, oh my God, you look so nice, where do you get your clothes? So I think that's where that comes from. My husband is a barber. He always wear his barber apron. So people always come up to him. He just happens to always have it on. We go out to lunch or whatever, and they like, oh, you a barber? You know, so again, it's just what he has on. It's his appearance and just how he chooses to, you know, he chooses to wear his barber coat. So people automatically know that he's a barber. So I think it just depends on how you carry yourself and what you're doing to make people think, oh, that you can do this. I personally don't think I can go up to somebody and was like, okay, she looks good, so she got to be able to do this. I just feel like it just depends on what it is that you're looking for and what that person looks like. Like something that's appealing to me may not be appealing to you, but that doesn't mean I think that you can do a certain thing just because you're appealing. That makes sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
That answer your question?
Dan, you got something?
Yeah, I mean, studies have actually shown, first of all, thank you so much, T, and thank all of you. Studies have actually shown that attractive people are more persuasive. So if anybody ever wanted to question that, look as bad as you possibly can and see how much people believe you when you say something.
Yes.
People
But then
believe
it's
you.
like a chicken or the egg conversation, right, Stan? Because then it's like, are people believing me more because I look good, or are they believing me more because when I look good, I feel more confident, therefore I exude more authority? You know
Well,
what
you
I
know
mean? Like,
something?
which one came first?
I think that's a good question, but I think overall it doesn't matter. I think overall you want to be more persuasive.
Did you get the check though? That's what Stan says. Did you get the check though?
Yeah. That's the bottom line. Thank you.
I love it. That's a great point. That's a great point. Somebody else has their hand up, but it says iPhone, so I don't know who that is.
Hi, good morning. It's Miriam Sanford. I am the founder of Beauty Is Me. How are you?
Hi, great. Welcome.
Thank you. I have my camera off because I'm driving. I do apologize.
No worries.
By the way, Telethia, you look beautiful. You're doing a great job.
She's a good ambassador. Good choice.
Yes, she is beautiful. Let me chat in on that. I feel beauty is a very important part of life. Just walking around, and when I say that, it's not so much about, oh my God, she's a Halle Berry, she's a Beyonce. No, to be beautiful, it's also how you feel about yourself. You can be so beautiful, but if you don't feel good about who you are, and if you do not have a good heart to match who you are, you automatically doesn't look beauty, period, right? And so when it comes to your job, does people really approach you based on your beauty, based on how you look? Yes. Yes, people want to associate themselves with what looks good and what they feel good around. So when you look good, you feel good about who you are, you bring out a really positive energy to allow others to be around you.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I can totally see that. Thank you for that contribution. Love it. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Bertina, you got something?
I do. Hi, y'all. Can y'all hear me? I'm just making sure. Okay, I do think that the way you look and the way you carry yourself does say something about your competence. I'm a makeup artist. I don't look like it. I'm in my day job. But when I do have myself together, a lot of people ask me, hey, are you a makeup artist? I do my own hair too. They ask me, the first thing they ask me, my hairstylist, because my hair is always mostly done. No, but I am a makeup artist. So as another makeup artist, if I see another makeup artist and her makeup is not put together or not done well, I'm not going to think that she's good at her job. So if I do my makeup well, just representing myself, other people are going to say, hey, I like the way you do your makeup. It looks good. I think that you're good at that job. Just like anything else that you do. If you're a hairstylist and your hair is sitting on top of your head, I'm not going to think that you're competent at your job. So I do think that your outer appearance does say something about the job that you're able to perform. Now, I'm in, like Ms. Nikki, like T, I'm in the beauty industry. So that's what I'm speaking on. Now, just because, like T gave the example of a mechanic, if you have a suit on You know what? I'm probably not gonna think that you can fix on cars well, because you don't have do you have a little oil on your hand up under your nails?
Hands rough?
You may consider that
Look like you've been working.
dirty.
Right.
That's a
a great
testament to the job. You know, I need to see just a little bit of something. Like, is your hand a little rough? We don't consider rough hands to be quote unquote attractive or beautiful, but that is a testament. Are you competent in your job? And that's almost kind of a twist on your initial question is, okay, as a mechanic, your hands do need to be a little rough, maybe a little dirty. We might not necessarily think that's quote unquote attractive in our society, but that does show maybe you are competent in your job. So that's almost a twist of what you're saying. As far as if you're a cook, do you have a little stain on your, I don't want to see you dirty, showing that you're just making
you got some flour on your apron.
Right. But is there a little something, can you throw down in the kitchen? If you're all the way put together, are you really in there cooking? So that just made me think it's a twist on your question. But yes, I need to see that you can at least put yourself together to know that you can put me together.
But I'm gonna say this, and I don't mean to, disagree with all of y'all, because I think it's a societal programming that we have gone under, where we have been taught to believe certain things a certain way. And I say this, when I told you out earlier, I'm a holistic therapist though, right? Normally, like this, my morning in the office. Look, normally I am Miss Nikki, one with no period. I got her on, okay? But when I go to my holistic seminars and go meet with other people on a holistic, honey, I call them nuts and berries people, because they got the head wrapped up, they got chain hanging from the nose, they got henna on their hands, they got all of the garb on, and I'm coming in fashionista wear, okay? Although I am a level 5 Reiki therapist, I have studied with herbalists and other holistic therapists. I'm a mentoring program. I do all these things. I have a whole wellness spa, but they don't look at me the same way. Because I came in with this off-the-shoulder top and this Chanel bag on my arm and these wide leg pants, and everybody else got on burlap dresses and got, beaded bags hanging across their body. And but it looks nice. I mean, but they look like the earth. And here I'm coming in looking like a magazine. So they don't come to me and think that I know anything about that arena and that area, because I didn't come in. I came in looking like her. This is what I came in looking like. I didn't come in looking like, what they wanted me to look like. So no one said anything until they said, who owns, we see the Synergy Room experience here. And then here I go.
Right. Yeah. That's a great point. Yeah. When I was in college, I did an internship at the state attorney's office, and I was young. I was like, 19 or something at the time. And I got dressed up in like a suit and the whole nine. I was like, oh, I'm going to the office. I need to look office-like, And when somebody, there were a group of people that were coming through to the office, and they thought that I was one of the lawyers because of the way that I looked, right? And I was like, I don't even have a degree. And these people are handing me case files and saying, when's the next deposition? And I was like, what? Because of the way that I showed up. So that was a great point.
And that one, I want to just say, I'm sorry not to, especially Dr. Monica, but just like I was saying before, I think it just depends on the genre. It just depends on the person when it comes to that. And then, when you open your mouth, and then that when people like, oh, okay, she may do know what she's talking about, or maybe not, like Bertina. So I think, like I was saying before, I think it just depends. I think everything, it's exception to the rule. It just depends on what it is that you're doing or what it is that you represent.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. We're just at the half-hour point. I appreciate I love that we had such a lively discussion. Thank you, T, for being here and making time for the Daily Huddle family. We appreciate you being here. And the True Self magazine. The Beauty is Me movement. Show them this shirt. Listen, look at this.
Yes,
Beauty is me, people.
Me.
Get your shirt.
Me.
I love it.
You get this shirt if I have time, Monica. You get this shirt on what is it? Beautyisme.shop. And you can get the shirt there.
I love it. A good V-neck. I'm gonna get one.
Yes.
So always remember, everybody, to love generously, laugh powerfully, move your tail feather, always do some movement, sleep at least 7 hours, stress less, eat more plant-based, And you know what? Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Always audit your assumptions. Love you, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye, everybody. Thanks.